Hey, it's Marko here from Fair Realty. So today I'm talking about a trend I've noticed in the last year with the real estate market exploding, lots of profits being made in the industry is many brokerages, real estate brokerages in Victoria, BC are opening additional offices. So for example, they'll open an additional office in Sydney, they'll open another office in Langford, they'll open another office in Oak Bay, and they already have existing brick and mortar offices. And it's a bit comical, in my opinion, all these new brick and mortar offices. To give you a bit of context, I've been in real estate for 11 years. All 11 years I've been Gold MLS award winner, so top 10%. Many of those years I've been in the top 1% in terms of transaction volume. I'm not trying to brag, I'm just trying to convey I do a lot of transactions every year, between 90 and 100. And Fair Realty, my brokerage, we actually closed our brick and mortar office on 4th Street maybe 3-4 years ago because there was simply no need for it. What you see behind me is my personal office. It's kind of like a home office. It's actually a garage I renovated. So at Fair Realty, we don't have a brick and mortar office, and I personally don't have a real brick and mortar office. This garage is in a residential neighborhood. I still do a huge amount of transactions. And why is that? It's because sellers, they want me to come and take a look at their home that they want to sell. Buyers want me to show them properties. And paperwork is mostly done electronically. So there is no need for a flashy 2, 3, 4,000 square foot brick and mortar office, let alone multiple offices across Victoria. So you're probably thinking, well, why are all these brokerages opening all these offices? And they're not dumb. The reason they're opening all these offices is it's used as a sales pitch in terms of selling the seller on giving that agent a listing. So for example, listing agent will go meet sellers, he or she's getting interviewed for that listing, and they'll say, this is our 25-point marketing plan. 24 of those points have nothing to do with selling the house, but one of those points will be, well, we have an office in your area. For example, if that listing agent is doing a listing presentation in Sydney, he or she will say, one of our offices in Sydney, we have a presence in Sydney. And the sellers will eat that up. But the buyer is online, that the fact that the brokerage has a physical office in that area does not help you sell that home or help you get more money than the market can bear for that home. But it's simply another thing, razzle dazzle, that the listing agent working for that brokerage has in his or her tool pocket or tool belt to present to the sellers. The problem with all of this, a lot of these things in real estate, such as all these fancy real estate offices, fancy cars, marketing that's promoting the actual realtor, not the property. For example, if you drive down the Pat Bay Highway, do you see on the billboards, do you see properties being sold, or do you see the faces of realtors? No, you see the faces of realtors. That's where the money is going. We all know properties sell via MLS. So at the end of the day, you as the consumer end up paying for these offices. The money has to come from somewhere. And the consumer has chosen, even with all this technology in the last 10 years, to continue paying for things that don't really help them sell their property and they don't help them get more money for their property. And because the consumer is willing to pay through very large commissions for these things, real estate brokerages are able to invest in these things and realtors are able to invest in self-promotion, etc. But the actual physical brick and mortar office, in my opinion, complete waste when it comes to actually selling a property. That's it for this week. Marko, Juras, Fair Realty.